Hey Assassination fans, welcome to our graphic comparison for Dishonored. So I know you're all very keen to know which version looks the best, so we're going to get right to it. Now I've picked out 4 short pieces of gameplay from the very first Assassination mission, but don't worry, it's pretty much entirely spoiler free. So let's get one thing out of the way straight away. The PC version, unsurprisingly, looks the best. The console versions do look very good, however, with very little to pick and choose between them, but you'll get to see that for yourself when we take a look at the clips starting now. So here's the intro scene to the mission. Our good buddy Samuel is sneaking us into this part of town under the cover of darkness. Now it's a good point to show off the kind of nice water effects, also the lighting. It all looks very gloomy and very nice. So that's the Xbox 360 version you're watching right now. Okay, this is the PS3 version. Very little to pick and choose. Water still looks pretty sexy. Some nice lighting. One thing you do notice is more of these kind of mist effects on the PS3 version. They're absent from 360, but it's very subtle. The background looks much the same. Nice smoke effects coming from the pipe there. Right, and now the PC version, and the first thing to notice is that the field of view can be set wider on PC, which is why this looks slightly different, but the kind of contrast is much more dynamic, and the lighting is really the standout feature for the PC, as we'll see throughout this graphic comparison. Okay, now we're on the land now, and we can see Samuel there and some up close objects and textures. This is the Xbox 360 version again, and some of the textures are kind of simple. I guess it's almost a consequence of the art style that some of them are simple, but you know, things still look pretty nice and crisp. And there's the water down here again. Let's give you guys a look. And when we look up, see the moon in the background there. That all looks pretty nice. Sometimes the console versions can look a little bit flat when you're looking into the distance. Here's the PS3. Now one thing I haven't mentioned so far, is there's a little bit of screen tearing occasionally on the PS3, you might have noticed there. It's not a big problem though, it's fairly rare. But the most important thing, I think, to getting the most out of the console versions is to make sure you have your brightness level set correctly. So you really want to nudge it down into the darker side of things, because if you got it too light, things can really easily look washed out, and it really doesn't do the game justice. Let's cut to the PC one. Much of the close-up textures look the same. But if we look up at the moon again, you can really see that the lighting is much better. It really gives that mood and nice water effects on the screen as well. Okay, bodies. Let's have a look at some dead bodies. So this is 360 version once again, and everything looks pretty good. Shadows, a little bit jagged. PS3 looks almost exactly the same. And then PC version, you can see similar, but once again you get a really nice reflection on the cobblestones there. It just adds a little something. The actual character models look great on all 3 versions. Okay, indoor environment. So this is 360 and we're inside the office here. And everything looks really great. Like the attention to detail in Dishonored is one of the strongest points, I think, of its graphics and its aesthetics is everything is so detailed. I mean, just the angle of those boxes, the emblems on them. Here's the PS3, looks pretty much exactly the same. But also, in different environments, you'll have like wallpaper hanging off the walls. It just all looks incredibly realistic. They've very much taken that almost Valve approach to detail. That and these tiny little things all come together to make a really compelling environment. PC now, again, field of view, but it looks great. In indoor environments, it's not so. I don't think the difference is so noticeable once you get indoor. It's really the kind of the big vistas and you're staring across the city that you really notice on the PC version, but looks great. Okay, and we're on top of the rooftops. One final series of clips. This is 360. Looks pretty nice. See the guards down there. Again, nice water effects on the screen. PS3, pretty much indistinguishable. Some of the buildings can, as I say, look a little bit flat, I think. And the PC in just a second. Here we go. Yeah, that's that kind of change in contrast is really much more defined. Just gives that sense of depth, I think. Bit looking very nice. So there you have it. That's our graphics comparison. Be sure to let us know which version of the game you're going to be playing, which one you think looks the best. Leave all this and any more thoughts you might have about Dishonored in the comments box below.